You know what's funny? They thought they broke me. Nah, they built me. Not with love, not with kindness, but with pain, with silence, with betrayal. And I'm proud of it. I didn't become this by accident. I became this because they forced me to. They lied, they left, they laughed, and I just watched. Quiet, patient, learning, every scar, a lesson, every tear, a tool, every backstab, a blessing in disguise. This smile on my face, it's not happiness, it's survival, it's pride. See, I didn't fall apart. I leveled up. They tried to bury me, but I grew underground. So when they see me, now with this look in my eyes, this calm in my voice, I hope they feel it. I hope they realize they didn't destroy me. They created something they can't control. A monster? Maybe. But I'm the kind of monster that remembers everything and laughs louder every time they doubt me. I used to believe being good was enough. I really did. I thought if you gave love, you'd get love back. If you were honest, people would be honest too. If you stayed loyal, they'd stay. Stupid, right? I was the kind of person who would do anything for the people I cared about. No questions, no limits, no second thoughts. I gave them everything. My time, my trust, my heart, and they gave me lessons. They used me when they were broken and left me the moment they healed. They smiled in my face, but their hands were already reaching for the knife behind my back. You ever trusted someone so much that you didn't see the betrayal coming? Yeah, me too. And it hurts. Not just once, but every time you remember how blind you were. Every lie they told, every promise they broke, every time they made you feel guilty for loving too much. They didn't just walk away. They made sure you questioned your worth before they left. They didn't just lie. They twisted the truth until you couldn't even trust yourself anymore. And what's worse, they moved on like nothing happened, smiling, laughing, telling their side of the story, making you look like the villain. But here's the twist. All that pain, it didn't break me. It taught me. It taught me that love without boundaries is just self-destruction. It taught me that some people only come close to steal your light. It taught me that the softest hearts create the strongest monsters. I stopped being the one who fixes everything. I stopped chasing people who never cared. I stopped giving chances to the same liars in different masks. They thought they were playing me, but I was just waking up. The old me? He's gone. Too kind, too blind, too soft. Now I don't beg. I don't explain. I don't trust so easily, because I finally learned innocence means nothing in a world full of actors, and I was surrounded by a damn good cast. You know, what comes after betrayal, silence, not peace, not healing, just silence, the kind that eats you alive, the kind that keeps you up at 3 a.m., staring at the ceiling, replaying everything. What you said, what you didn't, what you should have seen. I didn't scream. I didn't break things. I didn't beg anyone to stay. I just disappeared, quietly. Because when you've been hurt enough times, you don't argue anymore. You detach. You stop explaining your side. You stop defending your heart. You stop hoping they'll understand. And in that silence, something changes. Something dark wakes up inside you. I stopped crying. I stopped talking. I stopped trusting. And that's when the fire started. Not outside, inside. The fire that doesn't burn your skin. It burns your weakness. It burns your softness. It burns every version of you that tolerated disrespect. And when the fire was done, what was left didn't feel like me anymore. That soft-hearted, innocent version. He didn't survive the flames, the pain. It rewired me. It changed how I look at people, how I move, how I breathe. No more daydreams, no more fairy tales, no more pretending people mean what they say. Now I see through everyone. I hear the lies behind the smiles. I read the silence behind the words. I feel the tension they try to hide. It's not paranoia, it's experience. See, the breaking point doesn't always look like a breakdown. Sometimes it looks like calm. It looks like someone who finally let go. Someone who's done pretending. And that's me now. Done pretending. Done hoping. Done bleeding for people who wouldn't even hand me a bandage. I'm not cold. I'm just done being burned. People always say, don't become what hurt you. But let me ask you this. What if becoming it is the only way to survive it? They made me feel like being soft was a weakness. So I stopped being soft. They made me feel like silence was strength. So now I speak when it hurts the most. They taught me the game. But I play it better now. No more blind loyalty. No more second chances. No more, maybe they didn't mean it. Now I move with precision. Every step, cold, calculated, and quiet. Not because I'm evil, but because I've been through too much to stay naive. You call me a monster? Good, because that means I stopped letting people walk over me. That means I stopped begging for love. That came with conditions. That means I finally chose myself over everyone who threw me aside. This version of me, he doesn't break down when people leave. He doesn't chase anyone. He doesn't cry over fake apologies. He observes. He adapts. He outgrows. They wanted me to stay broken, stay small, stay silent. But I evolved, not in the light, but in the dark, not surrounded by support, but standing alone. Watching everyone I trusted disappear. And I didn't crumble. I sharpened. Now I don't forgive easily. I don't forget quickly. And I don't trust just because you say the right words. I became the thing they fear. The version of me they can't manipulate. The monster, he's not heartless. He just finally learned how to protect his own. I didn't ask to become it, but I'm glad I did, because now I'm untouchable. To the ones who lied to me, used me, played with my heart like it was some kind of joke. Thank you. You thought you were destroying me, breaking me, crushing whatever light I had left. But all you really did was teach me how this world works. You showed me that love isn't always love. that words mean nothing without actions, that people can smile at you while secretly hoping you fall. You thought I'd stay the same, that I'd keep showing up, keep trusting, keep giving, but you were wrong. I watched you all. I watched how fast you changed, how easily you forgot everything I did for you, how quickly you turned me into the villain in your story. So, I became the villain, not because I wanted to, but because you needed one, and I fit the part perfectly. I don't pretend anymore. I don't sugarcoat. I don't waste time explaining myself to people who never really cared. You made me sharp. You made me cold. You made me this version of myself. The one who doesn't beg. The one who doesn't flinch. The one who doesn't care if you call him a monster. Because this monster, he doesn't break anymore. He builds. He rises. He remembers. So no, I'm not angry. I'm not hurt anymore. I'm something else now. Focused, unstoppable, free, to the ones who left me in the dark. I hope you know that's exactly where I found my power. You thought you buried me, but I was a seed, and now I've grown into something you'll never be able to kill.